This is the Mrs. Volfie from our half-acre homestead. Today is Wednesday, December 20th, 2017, and this is a tea break. Oh, I love a good hot tea. Oh, I remember in high school, I was raised on tea. I'm lactose intolerant to a certain degree, so I can't drink cold milk on an empty stomach. And as a baby, my mother, not as a baby, but my mother could never get me to drink milk out of the bottle. But what she would do, she noticed that I would drink her tea. And mom didn't put sugar in her tea. And she would make me pretend we would call it would be called in the old days, it would be called cambric tea, which is more milk than tea. But she would heat up the milk, and then I would see her. She would show me that she was pouring some tea in it. And as far as I had tea in it, I'd drink it. And if it was hot. But look at my hair. I'm going to tell you this from all the years of me saying, don't look at my hair. Look at my hair. The reason I'm telling you to look at my hair is because I had a shower a couple hours ago and I forgot to comb my hair. I just with the towel and walked away, got dressed, put the dogs in, all that stuff, forgot to comb my hair. Look at this. Margot from Joe's Barber Shop on Carling Avenue and Kirkwood in Ottawa. This woman will cut your hair exactly how you tell her to do it. And this is the result. Wash and go. I love it. I love you, Margot. She's really sad when I told her I wouldn't be back till spring, that it had to be cut really, really short. But she understood. Okay, so I've told you what the date is. And I'm getting stuff in the mail again. And I've lost the tag, or it didn't come in, but somebody sent me this wonderful little, it's called a slicing catch. And this is going to be, now I tried it, there's the bottom to it. I tried it on something a little harder. I can't remember what it was. I think it was onion. But this is a cup with a slicer in the bottom, and you put this little lid on here, or the bottom on it. And then if you've got mushrooms or boiled eggs or something like that, you just push this down over it and lift it and then do the next one, and it fills the cup up. What a dandy thing. What a dandy thing. So you'll see me trying this out the next time I have a whole lot of fresh mushrooms that I want to can. Thank you very much. I remember, I can't remember. No, I couldn't find the tag of who sent me this. So whoever you are, thank you very, very much. Doris! I got to tell you, Doris, I got your present today. Thank you so very much. These are coasters. And I love these. And I'm going to put one right here on my desk for my tea. But these are coasters or plaques. And they all have little sayings on them. And I just love this stuff. Because inspirational stuff, when it's right visible with you or where you are every day, you can, you'll be inspired. And they come with these little folding. They could be a coaster because they have softies on the back. They have a little thing so you can hang them. Or you can put them on this little stand, okay? Now look at this. You are as welcome as the flowers in my garden. Seriously, Doris, how beautiful is that? But that's not all. That would have been just as wonderful as anything, except here's another one. He who laughs lasts. Isn't that gorgeous? And they're all like this nice stone. So here, and this one says, I'm not going to take every one of them out of the box. This one says, friendship is the only cement that will forever hold the world together. And I'm not done. I'm so far behind, I think I'm first. And I think this one's going to hang over my office door. And last but nowhere least, pray for one another. I mean, when I'm on Facebook, I get, first off, Doris, thank you, sister. Thank you so much. When I'm on Facebook, there's always a lot of people asking for prayer requests. Now, I don't go to Facebook often. Mostly, when I go to Facebook, it's to I'm waiting for my videos to upload because my internet's crap. So it takes like hours for my videos to upload. Or, when my video is I'm finished editing my video and it has to produce, sometimes that can take 5-10 minutes. So I'll just sit and I'll go over to Facebook and I'll look at stuff, or I'll play some cookie jam until it's ready. So, but I don't go on Facebook a lot and do a lot of talking or a lot of visiting because I just don't have the time. But one thing I noticed is that when I do go on Facebook, there are more and more people every day sending out prayer requests. And you know what? If that's all I ever see on Facebook again, that's fine with me, because we really do need to pray for one another. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what religion you are, what you believe. I mean, I have a conscious contact with the God of my understanding every single day. Do I, pound people in the head with it and say, you should believe this, you should believe that? No. What I do try, what I do try to do is find the common ground in all belief systems. And you can pray for absolutely anybody, and it doesn't matter what they believe, because it's your intention that is coming through. You don't even have to tell them you're praying for them. So know this, folks. Every night when I go to bed, you are all in my prayers, because I get emails probably, a couple times a week, sometimes once a day, saying that I've made an impact in people's lives. And when I was at the Michigan meetup, I was telling people, and I have lots of footage that I'm going to share later on down the road because I just haven't got the time right now. Thank you to Sherry and Daryl from Two Family Homestead for the footage. I don't see you. To you folks, I'm not a stranger, but to most people, to me, most of you are visual strangers, because you see me all the time. I've never seen most of you, but it doesn't change the fact that you guys impact my life just as much, or probably 100-fold more than I impact yours, because I'm always getting emails saying, you know what, hang in there, you're doing great, I love you, you're real. Well, I know no other way to be. I really don't. I have no filter. That's why these tea breaks are always unedited, or almost always unedited, unless I slip an F-bomb or something, and I might snip that out, or, go over top of over top of it. So please, folks, I don't need gifts. And it's very, very sweet and very, very thoughtful. But if you send me a postcard saying, if you really feel like you've got to send me something, send me a postcard and say, hey, I thought of you today. Or, hey, whatever. I don't need gifts. You guys are gift enough. Honestly, I'm not taking away from the beautiful things that have been sent me, but I'm just saying, you guys are gift enough. Your friendship, your support is gift enough. So, it's already like 2:30 in the afternoon. So it's actually not Wednesday, it's Tuesday, but you're getting this Wednesday morning. And I've got a crock of spaghetti on, and for my canned venison meat and my home canned tomatoes and all that stuff. I just dump it all into a crock and boom, and turn it on, and by supper time, all I have to do is cook noodles. I love it. I love spaghetti nights, usually on Mondays though, not Tuesdays. But yesterday I made a beautiful, see, I love, I know it's hard. A lot of hard work goes into homesteading and raising your own food, or even just canning your own food that you buy from the farmer's market. I don't discriminate. If you try and live a simpler life, you're a homesteader, period. Excuse me. But come November, it's like having a baby, okay? It's like having a baby, okay? The 9 months of carrying it around, and it gets heavier and heavier and heavier. And then the day the baby's born, and boom, you forget all about the labor pain. Well, okay, you don't forget them, but they don't seem to matter. All the hard work Doesn't seem to matter, does it? Well, canning is kind of like having a baby. You spend all summer toiling in the garden or going to farmers markets and in the heat with pressure cookers and steam and all this stuff. But come November, oh, I see my curtain moving. I got a little puppy coming in to visit me. Frankie Doodah. Frankie, you want to say hi? But come November, you sweet pie. Oh, you're such a heavy girl. Oh my God, she's so heavy and we haven't had her fixed yet. And she's only 9 months old. So everybody has a tendency to treat her like an adult dog, and she's still a puppy. Oh yeah, here comes Miss Jealous. Here comes Miss Jealous. Come here, Grace. Gracie, come here. All right, go. Gracie is so jealous. But she's like, last weight, she was 21.5 pounds. And she was only 8 months old. Her dad was half bulldog, half pug. And her mom was 3/4 pug, 1/4 Yorkie. So we have no idea what she's going to look like when she's finished growing. But the beautiful thing is Gracie's a very small boxer. And Frankie's going to be a very big pug. Now, they're never going to be the same size because Gracie's legs are longer. But they're going to come out pretty close in weight, I think. I don't know. I doubt it. Gracie's like 40 pounds. So I hope to God Frankie never gets to 40 pounds because I can barely pick her up now. So I forget where I was. I'm the monkey in the tree again. I've stopped baking. I've made 2 batches of shortbread and they're almost all gone. I don't know what happens, Some people get medicated and wake up in the middle of the night and get with the munchies and have a couple of shortbread. But then, there's the Volfie. And as much as I make the volume go down in the cookie tin, so to speak. I had a really bad day yesterday. I don't want to get into it. And for those folks who are asking about the land deal, I'll tell you when it's done. But if it drags out much longer, it will be 2 years come March since we handshook on the deal. And yesterday was a very, very upsetting day, and I cannot go into detail. Just know that I had to call the police to get people off my property, to get someone off my property. It wasn't nice. And it's really not nice because 20 years I've been a sober alcoholic. And in those 20 years, I worked really, really hard on my anger issues. Okay, rage issues. But so I have certain steps that I go through if I'm confronted with a really negative situation. I will do my best to accommodate. Then if that doesn't work, I will do my best to neutralize. And if that doesn't work, I will get on the defensive. And if I'm on the defensive level and you still don't understand me when I say, please get off my land, by the 3rd time I say that, the language is changing and my vision's going red around the edges. Not red, pink. Okay? So, there comes a time, no matter what, there's just some people, there's no reasoning with them. And there's no talking to them when they don't listen. Maybe they are chemically imbalanced. And not with marijuana. And maybe they are emotionally or mentally imbalanced. Who knows? But if I get to the point where I'm looking around for something to grab, then it's a good time to shut the door in a person's face. Because guess what? That's the safest thing to do. Ask my brother John. Ask John. We're related for a reason. Anyway, and here in Canada, it's not like I can come to my door with a shotgun and say, you're trespassing. You can't do that here. So I'm a Canadian. And I was in my porch dealing with this for probably 15 minutes before I finally slammed the door. And my language was nasty. And I picked up my phone and called Howard. Then I called the police. So you'll hear all about it later. on another day next year sometime. So, as for the land, we are not our half-acre homestead plus yet. God must really want to know how bad we want this, because there's a dozen times that we could have just said, this is enough, let it go. But no, it's not about, oh yeah, now let's see, I'm starting to sweat. It's not about, for me, it's not about necessarily about having to have a full acre. It's about cleaning up our property lines that were improperly built upon to begin with. So there's that. But you'll be the first to know. I'm so looking forward to going to Florida. Because I need the sunshine, man. I need my vitamin D3. I have drops, but nothing really works like getting the sun into your bones. So you can bet your bottom dollar that my big old butt lawn chair is going to be in the back of my truck, and I'm going to spend at least one day on the beach. I just hope I can find my umbrella, because I'm so pasty white that I would be lobster red in about 20 minutes. And I don't believe in sunscreen. I figure that stuff gives you cancer more than the sun does. So that's what's going on. I've got Austin, Briar's friend, is coming to spend a couple of days with Mama and Nan and Papa, because on Christmas Eve, when we have an open house on Christmas Eve, where I put out cold meats and cheeses and crackers and veggies and dip and cookies and stuff. Not that the cookies will be home baked this year. Nan's got a big ass box of store-bought assorted cookies hidden in the basement because we just can't stop. I've only made 2 batches of shortbread and they're almost all gone. I mean, if I had to bake the scones off, they'd be gone. If I didn't have to bake the scones, they'd be gone too. So you know what? Briar's not coming till after work Christmas Eve. Arthur and Mel aren't coming till Boxing Day. Briar, or till Christmas Day. Briar has to go home on Christmas Day after supper because he's working Boxing Day. Mel and Arthur are leaving Boxing Day, and we're going to Florida the day after Boxing Day. So guess what? I'm not getting into a lot of baking this year. I mean, I may whip some more stuff off, but I'm okay with, I'm okay with not going crazy this year, because really all I want to do is get in the truck and go. That's it. So Florida, here I come the day after Boxing Day. We're going to do our best to actually undecorate as much as possible, because Nancy's coming, and my dogs love it when Nancy comes. Nancy is the ultimate house animal barn sitter. She snuggles with the dogs. They love her. She plays with them. She looks after the animals in the barn, and if she sees something that needs doing out there, she'll do it. Not kidding. When we were in Michigan, she made sure she cleaned out the turkey pen in our barn was full of shop stuff, because Daddy was cleaning out his shop so we could butcher, or he could hang them in his shop. So we didn't get a chance to put all that stuff back. So while we were in Michigan, Nancy put everything back in the shop, organized, brought the turkeys in, shut the barn so that it was warmer, and, then she's just amazing. And she cleans the house. She's worth every penny I give her. And there's the added amazing bonus that she's one of my kids. She's like family. She's family. She's like Austin, Austin can't come on Christmas Eve with Briar because and we're not picking Briar up on Christmas Eve till after he goes to work, because he's got family stuff he wants to do, but he wants to spend some time with Mama and Nan and Papa. So he's coming out on Friday on the 22nd, and we'll probably do some baking and stuff like that. And then I take him home when I pick up Briar. And so, I mean, that I love my life. I love you guys. I love the good people that come into my life, because you all far outweigh any negative. I'm going to go watch some Christmas movies with Nan. And I've done most of my shopping online this year because I like to avoid the stores, although I couldn't avoid them completely. But you know what? Shopping is not a pleasure anymore. I used to be a compulsive shopper. I would go shopping, and then how I weaned myself off of that was, I would go shopping and then I would go overboard and I would buy all these kind of things that I thought I needed and stuff. So then what I would do is I would go to the dollar store. When I was trying to wean myself off, I would go to the dollar store and I would allot myself $40. You can buy a lot of stuff for $40 at a dollar store. And now I hate going shopping. I'll shop online if I can. And that's the trend. Excuse me, folks. That is the trend that is happening now. If you haven't noticed, we're being funneled, so to speak, into isolation. Really, if you think about it, okay? All our communications, all our entertainment, and now all of our shopping is now being available online. And it's so easy to isolate the mark. When I say isolate the mark, anybody who's ever watched a con man movie, the first thing a con man does is isolate the mark. And we're the mark. And what's happening is they want us in our house or our apartment and ordering stuff online so we don't have to, crowd the stores, so we don't have to crowd the streets and the highways and the buses and all that stuff. But they're isolating us. So, yeah, as much as I hate to go out shopping, I still do. But I try and get everything done before the 1st of December because, hell, when my kids were little, I would go start Christmas shopping in February because that's when my boys' birthdays are. And I would go in February and I would pick up their birthday gifts and I would see all this winter and Christmas stuff, whatever Christmas stuff was left, on clearance, but mostly winter clothing. And I would just size up and buy them for under the tree the following year. So, Christmas, there has to be something handmade under the tree and there has to be something practical. And yes, there's always something fun, but always, I would spend Christmases and Easter making sure my kids were outfitted for school, outfitted for winter, outfitted for summer. I would use the holidays so that I didn't have to make school shopping or clothing shopping for school a big deal. That's just the way I did it. And all my stuff was always wrapped and ready for the tree by November 1st, and I didn't have to go to the stores if I didn't want to. But whatever your method of spending the holidays, whether it's Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, Yule, it doesn't matter. Smile. It's infectious. Even if you have to stick a coat hanger in your face, smile. It's infectious. All right. This is the Mrs. Volfie from our half-acre homestead saying videos are going to be hit and miss from this point on, but you can always count on my Christmas Eve tea break. All right. I love you guys. I love you guys so very much. Merry Christmas. Let's cover it all. Merry Happy Ho Ho. My brother Bob coined that phrase. Take care. God bless.